Kuzampula. Namaste, good morning to all respected online viewers. Long live their majesties, long live our leaders, and long live our friendship. Welcome to this online Ayurveda and Yoga workshops. Embassy of India, Thimphu, ICCR's Nehru Wangchuk Cultural Center, Yoga teacher MKV SSN Murthy here. My true prayers to the Almighty to see all the best things to their majesties in the whole Bhutan. So before entering our recitation concept, so let us finish this importance of the COVID protocol. So even though you are getting vaccinations, please don't forget to follow the safe physical distancing and try to cover your facial organs with proper masks or double masks, or even you can apply that shields also. Then like when you will come back to the home, please try to wash them properly, or try to learn how to reuse that same masks, or you can use new variations also, new masks also. And second thing is, do not touch your tongue for any region to count currency or to count papers or for any region. So then always try to carry your hand lotions. But give first priority to wash your hands with the soap water when it is available, or you can have your hand lotions always with you. Then second one is respiratory hygiene. You can use Anu Taila, one kind of Ayurvedic preparation oil, and Shadbindu Taila, also Ayurvedic oil. Or if these are not really available like along with you, then you can use plain cow ghee also to installing inside the nostrils, one each, morning once and evening once. These applications will definitely will create good balance at the mucus level. As well as the people who have been suffering from this snoring troubles, for them also it may be very useful technique. Then second one is like steam inhalation are very important. So like viral cells cannot be killed by the hot water or like edible hot things, but it can be easily removed by the hot air. So steam inhalation, like if you want, keep a device in front of your home just before entering your home. It is always advised to take at least like 6 to 8 times in a day, or when like as per the requirement you can take this steam inhalation. So every time don't try to take more time, just 1 minute also enough to have this steam inhalation, but that depends on you how many times you are going out. Then second thing is 6 to 8 hours of sleep required. In fact, 1 more hour required, or 1.5 hours required if you are more active in your affairs, or if you are more active in your general activities. Especially if you are more active in your in front of the screens or computers or mobiles, you may require more rest. Then second thing is clove therapy. Clove powder and honey, and with the adding of hot water or hot milk, morning once, empty stomach, evening once. You can have this small Ayurvedic preparation to get rid of the dry cough. Also, it is good for the people who are having the repeated troubles because of the overflum interferences. So next one is important, very important concept is exercises every day. Properly do the exercises through yoga format or through any format to keep yourself like active. Especially if you will do any kind of physical activity, obviously it will give us somewhat a training for your lungs also. So here the whole idea behind the yoga or any other practices are to keep you very active and to keep the immunity boosted up. The second thing is like home Ayurvedic remedies or home Ayurvedic kitchen ingredients called like turmeric, rock salt, hing, garlic, cumin, cinnamon, and honey, local honey, and hing asafoetida, and ilachi, and ginger. And these are very simple ingredients which will be available in everyone's home. So in your food compositions, please abundantly have these practices also. But please remember, when you have overheat inside, right, overheat situation inside, some of the items may not really suitable, but check your body constitution, and according to your knowledge, please use these practices. So next one is two Ayurvedic tonics called Kadachai and golden milk preparation. So very important to keep the immunity safe. So here in the mornings you can use kadachai preparations. If you want add lemon, then at least give 2 hours time for any kind of milk diets or milk related diets. In the evening, milk related diets as work like medicine, especially 4 o'clock, in between 4 o'clock to 6 o'clock. But please remember, just before your sleep, do not drink milk like half liter or 1 liter. So you can drink milk, but only 100 ml. But you can drink, if you want to drink more 300 ml or 500 ml milk, you can place that practice around 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock. and like a local shilajit and local cordyceps also very important. It is also having its own properties to create balance inside the health, especially in between these three doshas: vata, pitta, kapha, or internal wind, internal biles, and internal phlegm. It will give somewhat some balance. Then second one is Chyawanprash, also very important. It has nearly 45 different kind of Ayurvedic herbs. According to your like need, you can use them with milk or with water, or you can use plain form also. So coming to the recitation, this recitation actually really stress that importance of the immunity or importance of the health through the Shat Karma, six important body cleaning techniques. So Shat Karma Nirghata Staulya Kapa Dosha Maladikaha Pranayamam Tataha Kuryadana Esena Siddhyate. So for the people who wants to do yoga or who wants to make successful journey into the yoga towards the spiritual upliftment, for them these six important cleaning techniques are essential. So that is some of the techniques I will mention tomorrow in the sloka recitation. So here in this point again, Ayurveda and yoga will be coming at one point called body cleaning technique. So from mouth to abdomen cleaning techniques are different, from abdomen to intestines or rectum cleanings are different, and especially the practices of Nauli is a different, and practices the nostrils with a with a thread or with a rope also available called Neti Kriya. Those are also different. So tomorrow when we are meeting here the same place, same topic in the recitation class, then I will mention about the importance of the Shat Karmas and what are the Shat Karmas also. So in this week we are seeing the practices, some of the practices which is good for the endometriosis. In Ayurveda it is saying that yoni vyapattu, it's because of artava dosha or anartava. It's a kind of slight imbalances or it's a big imbalances between the important dhatu, especially Sukra dhatu vikari or Rajo dhatu vikari. Causes maybe, as we mentioned, that it's autoimmune disorders or heredity or hormonal imbalances, and especially stress related issues like family background and inactive life, and some of the drugs and steroids, some of the infections also created this kind of problems. And especially the people who are in the pregnancy period, pre-pregnancy and post-pregnancy, they can feel this kind of uneven changes, abnormal changes. And characteristics are, as once you will feel these characteristics: prolonged menstruation or repeated menstruation, general weakness, diarrhea, and abdominal pain, lower back pain. And next one is especially pelvic related issues, Kegel region issues, and some of the infections also, infections, and these are all some of the characteristics, but still it's people to people also, it may change. Next one is, whenever you will feel this kind of symptoms, immediately lower your carbohydrates and lower your salts, or avoid the salts, and especially avoid the caffeine diets, and avoid junk timings and junk foods also. So try to abundantly have this local fresh green leafy vegetables which are having vitamin A, vitamin D, and zinc based diets. Those are also important for the people who wants to follow these COVID protocols. But the same instructions to be goes towards the people who are having this endometriosis and PCOD issues. So the people who having this kind of issues, they require more iron diets and vitamin C and vitamin A diets also. So here in Ayurveda we have very simple solutions called Shatavari, root and Ashoka bark and turmeric and Laduka tree and Kalyana Gruta. The next one is Tankana Basma or Vanga Basma and Chandra Prabhavati and Kravyadi Rasa and Prajanantaka Loha and Churna both, and Kanchanala Gugulu. So along with this, and we have different other practices also called Tripala preparations. But today we have three important remedies according to the need and according to your knowledge, according to the experience. So you can use these practices also. Let's coming to the asparagus racemosus and shatavari root powder. So it is available in the a market, especially online market. So you can choose this root powder and just add with the milk or hot water morning once and evening once. Take 100 ml of water, adding this root powder. Then before and after at least half an hour to 45 minutes, do not add new foods to the for the people who are having this kind of solutions. Next one is Ashoka bark. Ashoka means like a Saraka Ashoka is a bark powder also available in the on in online market. You can choose proper way of using this one. So here do not add milk, but with the hot water it will work easily. And next one is important. Again, repeatedly I'm saying that like about triple up solution. Morning ones and evening ones, or only evening you can use this triple up solution. It is a combination of three important fruits called amla. Amla means of Phyllanthus emblica. The next one is Bibitaki and Terminalia tubula, and Haritaki, Terminalia tubula and Terminalia bellarica. These three are Ayurvedic fruits, so it will act like a good biochemical inside the body to balance many things inside. Not only the issues who are like what we are talking about, the endometriosis, but it is also good for many issues: blood purification, immunity, phlegm related disorders, or constipation. For many things, this will be applicable. But please remember, when you notice this kind of situations, negative situations, or any health issues, any sickness, do not immediately follow the self medication by seeing the Google references or by seeing any other references. Always it is advised to go to medical checkups and tie up with your physician and just go to the further investigations. When we are meeting here at the same place, same topic with the same content, we will see still more good applications in Ayurveda. Let's join to the yoga class now. Alright, as per our today's class, today we have chair yoga, but before chair yoga, let's finish our sun salutation. So it is our regular practices. Sun salutations is our regular practices. According to the usage, according to your according to your knowledge, according to the user, this will create good balance on the overall health. Right, coming to recitation and sloka, when you have your traditional belief by chanting this one, then you can follow, or you can follow only physical practices. Then take a long, slow, deep inhalation and exhalation. Then after that, open your both the arms and lift your both the arms up and keep a pranamasan above to the head called Kailasha Mudra, and from there pranamasan come down at your chest level called Anahata Pranamasan. Om Hiranmayena Patrena Satyasyapi Hitam Mukham Tattvam Pushan Apavruno Satya Dharmaya Druschaye. Om Hram Hrim Hum Haim Haum Raha Mitra Ravi Surya Bhanu Kagapushna Hiranya Garbha Maricha Aditya Savitra Arka Bhaskaraya Namaha. And stretch your arms forward, lift the arms completely. Once pull yourself up, and from there completely back bend. Then here again come straight, and when you have any health issues related to forward bends, avoid them. Then after that, avoid forward bends and slowly bend the body forward towards the floor called Pada Hastasana. And right leg is your back leg here called Asva Sanchalanasana, horse riding posture. And right back leg straight on the toes and join your forward leg to back leg Dandasana or Santulanasana. Then press your body down towards the floor called Ashtanga Namaskarasana or Sastanga Namaskarasana. Then very slowly push your body forward like a sea wave, lift the body up and attach your body like a lifted head cobra called Bhujangasana. And back leg straight on the toes and push your body completely inside called Parvatasana. And right leg again, forward leg here called Asva Sanchalanasana, horse riding posture. And back leg straight on the toes and join your back leg to the forward leg called Pada Hastasana. And lift your arms and body up, Hasta Uttanasana. Then again once completely pull up. And from there slightly put a back bend called Ardha Chandra or Ardha Chakra. Then again keep body straight. Pranamasana above to the head. Then very slowly Pranamasana down at your chest level called Anahata Pranamasana. Then lift your both the arms up, inhalation. Then very slowly exhalation, wide your arms and rest them. Alright, few seconds break. Then soon off your salutations and legs wide and lock the hands back and keep body straight. Just have your regular slow inhalation and exhalation. Alright, now coming to chair yoga. So according to your according to your body weight, so you can choose one chair or two chairs help also, but it's depend on the people's body weight. Then okay, fast and just sit and then take a long slow, deep inhalation and exhalation. All right, and now wide your both the legs. Open right leg to the right side, turn the body towards the left side. So adjust your body line up properly. So here it is a kind of a squeezing at the abdomen level. But the people who are having the abdominal issues, especially endometriosis, not only for them but anyone can get easily the kind of benefit because of this abdomen turns. So back leg properly straight and back leg heel up. Then after that catch your chest back rest with your two hands or one hand. So here according to your convenience, try to keep your elbows straight to turn the body and turn your head completely opposite side and few seconds to stay now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, then 10, slowly straight, come back. Alright, long and deep and slow inhalation and exhalation. Right, one quick recovery time. So while doing the postures or during the postures, so do not shiver or don't shake the body. According to your convenience only, please do the practices. Do not see the posture performances and don't look for the rights or wrongs. Always try to be at the margin of your self-convenience. Then opposite side, same practice, change your body style. Keep open left leg properly back. Then here also once adjust your breath, adjust your body line up, catch your chest back rest. Then turn the body completely back and stay now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10 relaxations. Very slowly come back, then turn the body straight. Then again few seconds relaxation. Just take a long, slow and deep inhalations and exhalations. Alright, our next exercise is also related to abdomen pressing but a different way of abdomen pressing. So it is belongs to balancing also. According to your convenience, please make a trial. Then here, keep your left leg on the chair. Then push your body towards the chair and see that below leg thigh, that remaining leg thigh must come towards the chair's bottom part. Alright, press your abdomen. Still press your abdomen. Then after that, then while pressing here, just lift your chin up and stay now. And when you want more back bending, then here only, then you can use your one hand to leave your body back. Then try to keep open your remaining arm and completely give a back bend also. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Then slowly turn up and then very slowly relaxations. Then here slowly leave your chair and rest them back and few seconds resting. Long slow inhalation exhalation. And right, opposite side, same exercise. Choose proper way of abdominal pressing. Alright, here first give a small abdomen pressing by keeping your thigh below parts towards the abdomen. So here slightly push your body forward. But when you want create a back bend, now here try to open your head and completely lift your one hand or two hands. Then few seconds stay now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, enough. 10, then very slowly come back and relaxation enough. Alright, few seconds break, then relaxation. Long and deep inhalations and exhalations. Right. So these two practices comes under Ardha Chandrasan variation. First two postures comes under Udarakarasan variation. Alright. And now our next exercise is especially for the leg stretching. Right. Try to sit on the ground. And take a long deep inhalation exhalation. So we are doing Parivritta Janu Sirasan, but a kind of variation Urdhva Pada Parshva Parivritta Janu Sirasan. So it is basically for leg stretchings and pelvic stretch also. Keep open your right leg exactly under the chair first. Then fold your remaining leg towards your perineal region. So during this kind of exercises, anyone will get easily the cramps and inconvenience. So if once you will notice any kind of unevenness, immediately relax and after few seconds again resume the class. So here adjust your chairs just to drag the chairs forward. Then after that try to put your leg on the chair. Alright, now just take a long, slow and deep inhalation and exhalation. Then open your right hand, that concerned open sides hand, open leg sides hand towards the toe. Then catch the toe or catch the chair according to your convenience. Then here I am holding the chair for more stretching. Then lift your alternate arm up, just go for your open leg side and to touch your toe and stay for a while. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then very slowly release your arm and relaxations enough. Then slowly take a long deep and inhalation and exhalation. Then after that immediately choose any kind of relaxation in the butterfly mode, or you can move the knees also on the right sides or left sides. But here I am now choosing butterflies. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. For extra stitching or for extra relaxation, just press your knees towards the floor and come back. Again press the knees and come back. Last count, press the knees and stay now. 1, 2, 3, then relaxations. Enough, come back. Again here open your two legs and few seconds give a rest to the spine and to the legs. Right, the same thing opposite side. So here you can keep your body turn opposite side, or you can turn your chairs opposite side. Alright, first open your left leg under the chair and check the space and check the lining length and check the angle. Then remaining leg fold towards the perineal region. So take a long, slow and deep inhalations and exhalations. Then here drag the chair slightly forward. Then after that fold your leg. Then after that open the leg on the chair. So here you can use your open leg sides hand to touch your toes or to catch the chair forward or backward. So here in this practice I am taking my toe, then lift your alternate arm up, then just go for your exact side bend and stay now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, then 10. Then very slowly come back, rest and relaxation. Then very slowly keep your leg out. So initially I am doing only 10 counts in the posture, but when you have more time or when you will totally into the yoga practices, you can increase that time. That depend on your remaining efforts also. Just few seconds, move the knees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9 relaxations enough. Then slowly stretch your legs. Then here also once create that kind of Sukha Dandasana or resting spine posture. Lift your chin and few seconds stay here. Alright, take a long slow inhalation and exhalation. Then today's we have last posture called just Vajrasana. Fold your one leg, after tilt your body on the opposite side. Then try to sit on your folded leg. After that tilt your body towards folded leg side and fold remaining leg also. Then few seconds keep a safe posture in this Vajrasana. But when you have knee issues, this application, this posture may not suitable to you. Right here, this is a very simple and relaxation posture for the people who are having this Kegel region issues. And this is also meditative posture, and this is only one eligible posture immediately after your eating. So like immediately after eating, you can instead of sitting on the sofas or chairs, you can use this same posture by sitting on the floor, like in this same posture, or the same posture you can do on the sofa or on the bed also. But please prepare to see how it will work on the body. So basically, physiologically, it is a good posture even for the digestion. But especially in spiritual importance, this is called Vajrasan, because the Vajra Nadi, the Vajra is a kind of a pranic pravaha channel, important channel. So that will be activated in this posture. So just take a long, deep inhalation and exhalations. Then after a while, then you can slowly release the posture and relaxations enough. And for the pranayam, you can again use the chair to sit on the chair, or you can still sit on the floor also. So today I'm now sitting on the floor. So according to your convenience, you can choose any convenient, comfortable posture on any good surface. So as per our like in this week pranayam, we are seeing the same kind of exercises. One is Bhastrika pranayam, second one is Kapalabhati Kriya, third one again pranayam called Ujjayi pranayam. And let's make a practice of the mantra chanting and sloka bijakshara. According to your traditional belief, you can choose these exercises, or you can choose only physical exercises. Alright, keep your pranamasan, then take a long inhalation, exhalation. Om Kesavaya Swaha, Om Madhavaya Swaha, Om Narayanaya Swaha, Om Adya Samadhi Tatpala Siddhyardham Asana Purvakan Pranayamadin Karishye. Om Sandhi Sandhi Sandhi. And hands down, take a long deep inhalation, exhalation. So you can choose holding the knees to keep your body straight, or you can put your palms by turning them towards the sky and keep your hands on the knees. Right. For more awareness, you can put your index finger and thumb together. So in other words, the sloka has mentioned that practices in the yoga postures, or pranayam, or kriya, cleaning techniques, or mudras or bandhas, some of the hatha yoga advanced techniques, or it can be like dharana practices, or pratyahar practices, or meditation practices. All these intention is to drive us towards the spiritual upliftment. Okay, now coming to the actually practices of Kapalabhati. So it's a Kriya Abhyas, frontal brain cleaning technique. Bastrava loha karasya recha purau sasambhramau Kapalabhatir vikyata kapadosha visoshini. So whatever phlegm related like imbalances, that will be rectified because of this Kapalabhati sadhan practice. But contraindications are, please remember, if you have high blood pressure, or ear problems, or any problems in the head or facial structures, or any other complications related to heart, immediately do not choose this kind of practices, or you can choose very slow way of doing, or still you can avoid the practices. Then coming to next exercise called Bhastrika. Vata Pitta Slashma Haram Sariragni Vivardhanam Kundali Bodhakam Kshipram Pavanam Sukadam Hitam Brahma Nadis Mukhe Samasta Kapadyargala Nasanam. It is saying that not only phlegm level errors, but also wind level errors and bile level errors also be eradicated because of this simple Bhastrika Pranayam, below breathing. But that's also depend how you are doing the exercises, because every pranayam must be equipped with the breath holding techniques called bandhas and mudras. That's also a proper way in the hatha yoga to to keep the bandhas, what we call, to keep the health safe, or to keep more capacity in the lung level. But please remember, it required a direct teaching from your yoga teacher. Then here we have another exercise called Ujjayi Swasa or Ujjayi Pranayama or victorious breath. It is saying that Slashma Dosha Haram Kante Dehanala Vivardhanam. Dehanala Vivardhanam means it's a immunity raiser or it's a metabolic activator also. And Nadi Jalodara Dhatu Gata Dosha Vinasanam. This is also pranayam, helpful pranayam for the to bring the balance in between the Sapta Dhatu. Sapta Dhatu, as we know that Rasa Rakta Mamsa Medha Asti Majja Sukra, body fluids, blood fluids, and muscular tissues, adipose tissues, and bone marrow and nerve tissues, and Sukra means gonadal tissues and fluids. So, if any of this composition will be in the erroneous state, then the remaining health will be upset. So that these important pranayam will create a definite balance in between these 7 important dhatus or 7 important running factors. It is also good for the bring balance in between nadis. Nadis means it's a pranic flow energy channels which is actually invisible, but here it has some names. So important 10 channels called Ida, Pingala, Sushumna, Hastijihva, Yashashwini, Pusha, Alambusha, and Kuhu, and Shakhini. The next one is Gandhari, and last one is Vajra. So there are 10 to 12 important channels. So this special pranayam will definitely boost up this kind of pranic pravaha channels also. Right, keep your body straight. And coming to Kapalabhati sadhan. So here Kapalabhati is voluntary exhalations and involuntary inhalations. Right, we are doing 30 strokes in 3 spells. We are doing medium pace, we are not doing slow, and we are not doing fast also. Then starting our exercise, Kapalabhati, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just long deep inhalation, exhalation. Right, second spell starting. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just long deep inhalation, exhalation. And last spell Kapalabhati starting again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just again long deep inhalation and exhalation. Right, coming to practices of Ujjayi Pranayam, and it is a baby snoring sound inhalation, and while exhalation, regular exhalation with the nostrils. So while making inhalation, try to hit the walls of the internal nostrils with that oxygen, with that inhalation air, to create that like intentional baby snoring sound. While exhalation, it will be a normal, regular, slow exhalation with the nose. So keep your body straight. So to make more understanding, you can put your fingers at the throat level. It is not really recommended, but if you want more understanding. Alright, now while inhalation, try to observe the sound which is actually generated at the throat level. Then very slowly breathe out with the nose. Again, while inhalation with the same making of the sound. And slowly completely breathe out. Again, third inhalation. And slowly completely breathe out. Fourth inhalation. Again, slowly completely breathe out. So last fifth inhalation, breathe in. Alright, then slowly, completely breathe out. So just now we have finished Ujjayi Pranayam, a victorious breath. So our last pranayam, also called Bastrika, it is a kind of exhalation. Kapalabhati is known for exhalation, but Bastrika is known for inhalation. So it is a sharp inhalation and slow exhalation. Keep the body straight. Then starting first 10 strokes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just take a long inhalation and exhalation. Then towards the 20th stroke, second spell, same we are doing Bastrika. Voluntary inhalation, slow exhalation, starting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just again long, slow, deep inhalation, exhalation. Then coming to last spell, the same 10 strokes, voluntary sharp inhalations. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just again long, deep, slow inhalation and exhalation. Then once you will totally finish your pranayam practices, so immediately you can choose dharana practices. If you want, do the dharana practices or trataka practices separately, or if you want, include your dharana practices or concentration practices along with your yoga. While doing yoga, your yoga postures, while doing your pranayam, you can do the same thing by concentrating your mind at your eyebrow center. And once you will able to finish your dharana exercises or your trataka formats, concentration exercises, when you have more time to do yoga nidra abhyas to give relaxation to the body and mind through the power nap or yoga nidra special method in the yoga, you can do that. But please remember, once you will able to finish your yoga exercises, yoga format based on the strength in your practices, based on the intensity, what you have created in your practices, based on that, times may be varied to go for bathing as well as to take breakfast also. It may be generally prescribed time is 15 minutes to 20 minutes for your bathing time, further 10 minutes to the breakfast. And generally in the afternoon, please remember to take power nap or yoga nidra just before your lunch hour. Try to see all the possibilities how to practice this kind of very simple and easy techniques to regenerate the body or to create more focus towards towards your further works. Basically, it will, as we mentioned, that it will improve the productivity from you. In the evening, once you will be totally free from your all activities and affairs, before your dinner time, at least create 15 minutes time to half an hour time to do self yoga exercises, including back bending exercises and including inversion postures and including pranayam, breathe in and breathe outs also. And tomorrow when we are meeting here at the same time, same topic, the same content, we will see more good applications in Ayurveda as well as we will see good exercises in yoga also. Until then, take care of yourself and stay away from the bad habits and do yoga also. Thank you all to give me this valuable opportunity.